name's Dustin Lancaster. I've lived in Los Angeles for 12 years, mostly Los Feliz the whole time. I just recently moved to Atwater Village over here, but I love the east side over here. I probably will continue to always do my business and live over here. Have opened the bar at the end, well, started at the end of 2009 and opened it at June 2nd of last year. It's a little different than I think most wine bars in the fact that we don't have a wine list, and that's what makes it a little more unique. Each person has an individualized experience. You come in and you talk to the bartender. The bartender asks you a series of questions: what you're in the mood for, what styles of wine, maybe red, white, rosé, and then you choose red, and we kind of start to narrow it down between, you want something earthy, fruity, jammy, floral, minerally, and we taste you on a lot of things. So it's a little bit of a hybrid between a wine tasting and a wine bar, in that you can taste pretty much everything before you drink it, and we pour about 80 glasses by the glass. I had been bartending for a long time in a lot of establishments throughout LA. It's something I started to get pretty good at, and I was very passionate about wine, and I'm passionate about people and service. So it only made sense that at some point I take all that I learned over the years and turn it into something of my own, best decision I ever made. So the people that own the building that I leased from actually own some of the restaurants, and they use DRP for their stuff. So it was a referral. They have a couple of Thai restaurants, one in Silver Lake, Rambutan, Shatika in Burbank, and then Soy 56 in Hollywood. And they were the ones who said, "Oh, well, I think you should get them out." And Jimmy came out, and we initially met here and did measurements and talked about it, and it was really, I was like, I'm sold. Let's do it. Really, really nice, friendly, great experience. I think, like most people, unfortunately, you find that Los Angeles makes it extremely difficult. I know that Gina and Jimmy and being everybody had to go through a lot to get just simple. This is a 49-seat wine bar, and yet it wasn't. It's not like we're doing a 5,000 square foot restaurant, beer garden with with no parking. This is, and yet they really, really make it more difficult than it needs to be, I think, which is a shame, because there should be more things like this in LA, and yet I simply think that they just don't allow them. Yeah, there's no way I would have been able to do it without them. They, I don't know how many times they had to go back or make corrections, but more than you would think is necessary. It's but overall, when you finally get it open, it's definitely worth it. But in the beginning, this was my first experience in having to deal with them, and I'm glad that I was able to have them hold my hand through the ordeal, or else it's stressful. At times you feel like you're not going to get it. There's moments where you think, wow, this actually might not happen, and they throw the obstacles in the way, but we got it. Just about 2 years. 2 years, maybe a little over. Had a space that we liked at the beginning, lost it, and how that goes. So from that, yeah, about a little over 2 years. They were, fortunately, because they were so familiar with everything that we had done the first time, it was much easier to go back, even though it did present a whole new set of problems when you revisit something that, it's basically, you'd think an expansion would be easier, but they almost make you go through the exact same hurdles that you went through the first time. But knowing that they were so familiar with this case already, that it made it, they were right on it. They were right on it, pulled everything that I need right away, and made it happen. absolutely. I plan on it. I'm looking, always at new opportunities, and when the right one comes, I'll definitely be giving them a call. Not only would I have already to 2 other people that I'm pretty sure have used them. So. No, just go for it. Even though it's a long road and very difficult. I think people come in all the time and ask me, "Do you have any advice?" And no, just do it. You just have to. You're going to be in for a uphill battle, but it's at the end. It's well worth it. So just keep plugging along, and you'll get it eventually. There's always a solution. Always a solution somewhere. I think that's the only way to approach it, or you'll just get bogged down and stop. So, keep pushing.